Chad, so let's go around the table, like introduce ourselves, but and then provide us with the information or like updates if you want to share. So let's start with Chad because I know that you'll be leaving soon. So yeah, take it away.
Okay. My name is Chad Lupkes. I've been active in the Democratic Party in Washington State, North Seattle, for about 12 years. I started in 2003. Top issues are single-payer health care and building this movement so that we can really get something done. I started as a coder, but I don't have a whole lot of skill. Mostly I've got skills in systems analysis. And what I want to do is I want to do a quick presentation, although I don't know how quick this is going to be. This is a lot of slides. Of something that I originally came up with in 2005 that I figured was pretty still prevalent and still something that we would want to see. So I showed the rough draft to Rappy, and let's just get started. So this presentation is called Progressive Networking, and what I want to do is I want to drill down to the very basics of what networking is and how we can frame things so we know how we're working together and what we're going to be doing. As geeks, we have an instinctive idea of what a network is and what networking is, but I just want to present my framing on the whole thing. Networking consists of two specific types of components. There's a node and a hub. And there's then the connections between the two. A node is a single point in a network, and I've got descriptions of all those. A hub is an information resource, helping people find the group, the issue, or the event that they want to be involved with. A vector is a connection between the two nodes. Okay? Types of nodes are individuals, groups, issues, and events. And literally everything in politics that we deal with is one of those four categories. I have yet to find anything that can't be identified as one of those four. And this is how they're all connected together. Individuals, groups, issues, and events. What I want to do is I want to talk about how they interact and how the vectors work. Individuals form and work with groups and other individuals. Okay? Individuals identify and work on issues. Individuals organize and attend events. This is all pretty intuitive, so I'm going to go through it pretty quick. You can watch the video later if you want to refresh. Types of individuals: you, me, candidates, elected and appointed officials, anybody on the street. A group is composed of individuals, obviously. They make contact with individuals. They do outreach. This is like when a campaign sends a blast email. Groups can be focused on one or more issues depending on size and scope. You've got individual groups, small groups that are focused on one piece of municipal legislation, or you've got really large groups like a presidential campaign. Groups organize and coordinate events at all levels. And they coordinate events for individuals and with other groups. Group examples, again, obvious: political parties, volunteer groups, nonprofit organizations, companies. Issues identified by individuals as something they care about. They are the focus of one or even many groups, if they're big enough. Think healthcare. And issues are discussed at events. Issue examples: healthcare, transportation, climate change, no Dakota Access Pipeline, and tax enough already, although I say not. Events bring individuals together. They help groups form and grow, and they can be focused on one or more issues as well. Examples of event is a rally or a protest, a specific event like an election day, or a campaign event where you need to bring people together for fundraising, or a house party when you want to talk about local issues. A vector are the connections between these nodes, and they transmit information, money, or they exert influence. Think about when a group shows up at the doorstep of an elected official. An individual can donate money to a group. We've got a bunch of people working on that. A group may contact an elected official or candidate, and a group may also set up infrastructure so that individuals can contact the elected official or candidate. An individual may attend an event, RSVP, share it, etc. And an individual or group may focus on a particular issue. The hub is what we're building, and there are very few hubs that connect all four of those. The Facebook is the closest that I've seen, but their advertising model, in my opinion, creates too many distractions. What I want to do is encourage everybody to build something better. Other examples, Facebook was the first one I mentioned. There's Twitter, there's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is pretty good. Hangouts, or this new tool that we've got that I don't even remember the name of. Mailing lists, change.org for petitions, etc. In general, I'd love to see a group of web application developers who can take this type of vision and this kind of framing and create a website that can be the hub of progressive networking in the political revolution. Multiple hubs can connect to each other, they just have to be able to speak the same language to be able to read from each other's databases. They don't need to be centralized. They can be, but it's actually stronger if there are multiple hubs that can talk to each other. Our mission, in my opinion, is to help build all the existing networks stronger. We know, you know how to use your app, and we need to fit it to a particular need. I'm working with Rappi to develop use cases based on the real needs of activists, and that's going to be an ongoing project. We're gathering information about existing hubs like Facebook and nodes. I've got a huge list that I just shared with Our Revolution that I'll also share with anybody else who's interested. And then we need to create this tool so that it presents the information in a way that empowers people to grow their own network. We also, of course, need to encourage others to join us. My personal goals have always been engage, inspire, educate, and empower. Those are the 4 words that I live by. And what I do is I train activists to be more effective by asking 3 important questions. What decision is being made? Who is making that decision? How can I influence that decision? And as a follow-up to that one, can I become the decision maker? That's like when if I run for office, or if anybody runs for office. Keep calm and code on is something that I thought was cool, and I thought you'd like that. And I also thought of a big picture as I was coming home today to do this. What is the goal of the progressive movement overall? Let's turn the United States into a civilized country. That's what we're trying to do. I want healthcare for all. I want fully funded education. I want an economy that works for everybody, and I want a planet that we can thrive on. You know, just the basics. That's what I've got, Rappy.